there is a reason that we keep coming back to investing in the hard things.
My favorite thing about running Boston would be obviously that like the whole family got to come. Like it was, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. It was like quite a moment to see my kids, see mom do something hard.
What are you training for?
Boston, I just got my official registration that I'm in today.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was a good doctor's appointment. Yeah, that might be the last time I see the hip specialist. Kids are way better at cheering than adults. We hold back. We're more self-aware. But over the last 18 months, I've gotten back to cheering like a kid.
Go! Come on, babe, let's go!
This is Eau Claire, Wisconsin. This is where I live. I absolutely love the downtown area. These streets can be quiet at night and in the morning, but during the day, they're nice and busy with business and people. And of course, Marathon Sunday. 2021, they held the marathon in the fall, and it's one I'll never forget. And I remember running the race itself and being at like 4 or 5 miles, just thinking, oh, this is like a good pelvis day. I'm having a good groin day. Yes, I said good groin day. I entered the race with a nagging hip and groin injury, but more about that later. For now, these finish line vibes are what you always dream about. But the best part of it was I didn't know if like my son had finished or not finished that 5K. I kind of forgot like where I was at the end, like if I should look for him, or there's just all these people and medals and photographers, and all of a sudden like someone just put him right in front of me, you know, and I just remember seeing him so happy, and he put my medal around me, and it was just so special, you know. Seeing my son run the 5K at the end of the marathon for me was one of the biggest runner's highs I've ever had. But we all know runner's highs don't last forever, and it was all gonna come crashing down very soon. Most of November and all of December, I shut it all down, and I was like, I'll just be able to build slowly back in January. At first I was excited, even though I was kind of disappointed, but then it got really disappointing and even more depressing when I wasn't recovering well, and when it wasn't just kind of a quicker fix than I imagined, you know.
Like the whole family has probably felt my my stress and change this last year. You know, it's been a wild ride, and I can laugh about it now. But there were some pretty. I mean, 1 year ago, right now, I think I was still walking. So that's kind of crazy to see and get perspective. I've got my stuff I gotta do. Can't just like wake up at 5 a.m. and go out the door like I used to. Although I still do run early mornings. I just got to do this beforehand. Depending on where I've been at in my recovery, I used to have to do a ton, and now I kind of know what it means to warm up and do all the little things. And part of us bringing it up on this podcast is to hopefully give a little perspective, because I feel like I've needed perspective, and I have a little bit more than I did a year ago. And anyway, let's get into what you were doing in the spring.
I started training kind of in COVID with the plans to do, we've talked about this before, grandmas,
yes.
And then it got canceled. But I was kind of prepping for like, I want to run a marathon. Let's like train for a marathon and see what happens, because I've always done some shorter stuff.
Alicia doing a big city marathon, traveling, having the whole family come out. This is like so antithetical to how she typically operates, because she's pretty low key. She doesn't really care about racing. If she wanted to go crush it, she could crush it more than she does, but she's just more laid back.
For me, it's like not even about the race, right? I think the process and like the getting out there every day with a friend and the memories you're making along the way than just the race itself. I have some really fun memories with my friend I train with. We're training for Boston. It is a blizzard out here.
Winter weather warning.
Oh, that was hard. That was stinking hard. Oh, big physical day. I ended up going 3 hours for about 25 miles, but it is way windier, way icier, way colder than the first time I did this. I can tell I'm needing more calories per hour here.
10 years ago for my 30th birthday, I did rim to rim to rim. I ran across the Grand Canyon and back. I made that a 50-mile day based on the trails that I did. And I read up on the routes and I read up on the training, and then kind of got into ultra running.
I am up, and it is 4:40 in the morning on my birthday. I'm gonna go around the Grand Canyon today. Super pumped. You can see I still got my long johns on.
But then fast forward 10 years later, I'm nice and injured my whole 39th year of life. And so once I kind of got back on board with some cross training and some running, this go at it was quite different, just with my confidence and my stage of life and my fitness. Out for another run in the snow. Winter in Wisconsin. Guess what month it is? No, it's not December. It's not January. It's March. I am 1 month away from boarding a plane to the Grand Canyon. Started to get some doubt and imposter syndrome here as it becomes a little bit more real. Just as I'm not running the same kind of miles I used to, I'm experimenting more with cross training. But boy, if anything, just feels good to get out. Get my spirit and mind opened up here at the beginning of a week. It's Monday morning here. This never gets old. Being able to walk up, park,